Hello class 9, welcome to history lecture. We are continuing with our third chapter and our today's lesson is Balkan nationalism. So here we will see how different Balkan states gained independence from the Turkish autocracy or the Turkish rule. First we will see Greece. There we see in Greece Otto was the ruler and in 1862 Otto had to abdicate. So Otto was abdicated in 1862. There we see that after Otto, George the First became the new king of Greece, and under him, under his consent, a parliamentary form of government was set up in Greece. And thus the Greeks were very much inspired by the national spirit as they got the parliamentary form of government by the consent of George the First. So they were very much inspired by a nationalist spirit and they wanted to annex Salonika, the Crete, Salonika, as well as Aegean Island. The Greek people who are living in these places, those areas they wanted to capture, like the Greeks who are living in Salonika, Aegean Island, as well as Crete. So the Greeks wanted to capture these places. In this fight, we see that the Greeks got support from Serbia and Bulgaria. Greece got support from Serbia, who was also fighting for her independence, and Bulgaria, which was also a Balkan nation. So these two Balkan nations supported Greece's war of independence, and we see that in the Balkan War, after the Balkan War of 1912 and 1913, the Greeks were declared independent. So Greeks were declared independent after the war of 1912 and 13, that is after the Balkan War. 1912-13, the Balkan War took place. After this war, we see that they were declared as independent nation. Now, after Greece, we should see another Balkan state, that is Serbia. Serbia also was fighting for her independence. And we see that here also the problem was that Serbia wanted to gain independence from the Turkish rule, and there also we see that the Turkish misrule has disrupted the life of the Serbian. And when they were trying to gain independence from the Turkish rule, they found that without war or without acquiring territories from Austria and Hungary, their independence can never be complete. So the Serbians' main target was directed against Austria and Hungary. So they actually were planning for a war against Austria-Hungary. And what we see is that as the Serbians were moving towards a war against Austria-Hungary, these became a major cause of concern for the European nations. For entire Europe, it became a cause of concern. Actually, this entire Balkan nationalism was a cause of concern for the Europe, because all the countries are not only moving towards their own independence when they are trying to gain independence or they are trying to get united, then they are actually trying to fight against some other countries who has acquired their part. So for acquiring those part, they had to go to war. This war situation actually was a situation of tension for entire Europe. However, what we see is that in context of Serbia was directed. Serbian national movement was directed against Austria-Hungary, and due to this, a tension of atmosphere of tension started in Europe. However, we see that Serbia was also unified after the Berlin Congress. Now, next thing that we will see is after Serbia, it was Moldavia and Wallachia, which also gained independence. We have already read about Heteria, Philike and Greece independence. Here we saw when the Greeks got unified as a complete nation. Now we see Moldavia and Wallachia. Moldavia and Wallachia got independence actually after the Crimean War. So they got unification movement of Moldavia and Wallachia completed in 1856, as we have already read the Crimean War. So we know that the Crimean War ended in 1856, and after this the unification or the independence of these two provinces, Moldavia was a separate province, Wallachia was a separate province, and the unification of these two provinces was recognized in 1856. But we see that it was confirmed much later. There we see whenever there was war between Russia and Turkey, Russia used to occupy Moldavia and Wallachia, because to keep their military base against Turkey, they needed this place. So anytime there was a war between Russia and Turkey, which was very common, Russia used to occupy Moldavia and Wallachia. But we see that ultimately they were fighting. They gave fight for their unification, and they wanted to be recognized as a separate nation. So during this time, we see all the powers, the European powers, accepted that Moldavia and Wallachia should be recognized as a separate nation, separate provinces. In this context, the Moldavia and Wallachia was recognized as separate provinces in 1856 after the Crimean War. After this, we see that in 1861, that is, this time an important thing happened. That is when Moldavia and Wallachia was given separate parliament to form their government, separate parliamentary constitution. But these two provinces, Moldavia and Wallachia, selected a same prince. They chose a same prince. So as both of this province selected one prince, they got united. Moldavia and Wallachia was united, and they formed one country. That is in 1861. These two separate provinces joined and formed Romania. Romania, the separate country, was formed with the same prince and one constitution. And Romania became, that is Moldavia and Wallachia became a unified nation under the name of Romania. But this Romania, this name or this country was not given recognition until 1866. So it was in 1866 that it got recognition from the entire powers of Europe. So all the powers of Europe gave their recognition in 1866, and thus Moldavia and Wallachia was united. Then we also have Montenegro. In Montenegro also we see they were fighting against the Turkish misrule, and also there we see after the Balkan nationalism, after the Balkan War in 1878, when the Berlin Congress was set up, Montenegro also got unified, or they got independent country. They were recognized as an independent country in 1878. Now during this time, what we see, like many countries, not only this few countries, many Balkan states were inspired for their independent movement, taking a cue from Greece. And we should mention the name of Herzegovina and Bosnia. Bosnia and Herzegovina also rose in revolt against their own independence, and they also got independence. So it was basically, that is the end, the Balkan War came to an end with the Berlin Congress of Europe. The entire Europe met in a congress to stop this Balkan warfare, which was continuing for many years. So Berlin Congress in 1878 was the end of the Balkan nationalism, or end of the Balkan warfare, and many Balkan states, most of the Balkan states got their independence or were unified in the Berlin session of Europe. So Berlin Congress of 1878 is very important, where we see that most of the Balkan states or Balkan nations were unified or got their independence. Thank you.